Good morning and welcome to the OpenMetrics weekly video log. Today we want to talk about what makes a GOOG website, G-O-O-G. What does G-O-O-G mean? What does it stand for? Well, that is Google's stock symbol, as most of us know. So what makes a good website that is friendly to Google? Last week we talked about what makes a good website, but this week we want to talk about what makes a GOOG website. Well, think about this. Do you know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Of course you do. Who doesn't? Right? You get 2 pieces of bread, you slather it on some peanut butter, you put some jelly, and you got a good old peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Anybody can make it, right? But there's something different about your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, isn't there? I mean, you use a special bread. It could be rye, it could be sourdough. You could take a combination of both, put them in the toaster, lightly toast them, and then you got this special peanut butter that you put on there, and then you have this super duper homemade blackberry jelly that you could put on there, and you put the two together, and you maybe put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds to let it all get kind of warm and gooey, and then you cut it down the center and take that first bite, and it's just bliss. It's just great, isn't it? Well, with the technology that's out there today, just about anybody can create a website also. So what makes your website different? What makes it better than everybody else's? You know, you want to go out and you just want a website. You want it to be nice, like we talked about last week. You want simple navigation. You want people to be able to find it easily, and you don't want to confuse people. Exactly. Perfectly understandable. But you have the flip side of the coin. You could have this nice, neat little website that works beautifully. It functions great. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's not getting found by the search engines. It's not a GOOG website. So what do? Well, what you've got to do, you've got to find a way to get the word out that your peanut butter and jelly sandwich is the best dadgummit peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the world. You know, you have the secret recipe, just like Kentucky Fried Chicken has their secret recipe. And they're the greatest in the world. How do you do this? You have to go into detail. You have to create what we call feature-rich content. Think about this for a second. I'm giving you information back and forth through this video log on how to create a website. I'm giving you all this information free of charge, no obligation, no nothing. And as you're watching this, you and I are creating a trust relationship. I'm giving you this information. Google works the same way. You have to put on your website feature-rich content. Without this content, you're not going to get anywhere. That is what you have to do. That is the number one key ingredient. You have to go into specific details on all the preparation that you do on making your wonderful sourdough bread. You know, it can take a week to create the sourdough bread. You want to talk about every hour of that week on your website. Then, once you have all the bread made, you want to talk about the peanuts that you use and the other ingredients that you create for your peanut butter. You know, and that could take a week to create your peanut butter because it has to settle, it has to do this, it has to do that. So you talk about every single little step of the peanut butter. So we had the peanut butter, we had the bread, but what about the jelly? Whoa, jelly could take a year, right? Because you have to go out and you have to find the perfect strawberry. How do you create the perfect strawberry? You grow it yourself. You don't go out to Whole Foods, you don't go out to Safeway, you grow your own. That's the only way that you can have the best strawberry in the world for your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So you talk about the research that you do to find the perfect hybrid strawberry that's out there. It's totally organic. You use this type of compost. You use this type of fertilizer. And then you talk about the sun and how it comes down and everything else and how you protect it from all the birds and how you protect it from your dog and your cat and all the little critters that love your strawberries. And then you talk about the whole jelly making process. Think about this for a second. Think about this whole, just to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, how complex that can be, and all the things that go into it. You have to create this feature-rich content to create trust amongst Google, amongst your readers, and you then will have a GOOG website. Now, just because you have all this content, you cannot forget our lesson last week on what is a good website. Be sure to listen to our last week's episode, what makes a good website, and then apply those principles to today's principles. Put the two together and have yourself a wonderful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Thank you for listening. This is the weekly OpenMetrics video log. Thank you. Good day.